Welcome class and learners. I hope you are all doing well and ready to learn. In my last video, I went over an introduction of the MLA style guide and why we use it in the classroom. Today, we will specifically be looking at how to create citations for your sources you want to use in your essay, paper, and/or project. First off, what is a citation? A citation is a quotation from or a reference to a book, paper, or author, especially in a scholarly work. Why do we make citations though? Citations help us to avoid the big P word we discussed last time, plagiarism. Creating citations shows our readers that we are giving credit where credit is due. In order to create an accurate citation, you first need to make sure you have all the information for your citation. Different kinds of sources will need different pieces of information. In the description below, you can find a compare-contrast type worksheet that I have made that you can use to take notes on what kind of information you need for each type of source citation. I encourage you to use this worksheet or create your own on a piece of paper if you need to. For the purpose of this video and what we will be doing in my classes, I'm going to only be going over the 5 main types of sources we will see. Those are books, periodicals, entire websites, pages of websites, and scholarly journal articles. If you are needing information on how to create a citation for other kinds of sources, I highly recommend visiting Purdue OWL's website online. It's a great free resource that outlines very nicely and very detailed how to make citations with almost any kind of source. Anyways, let's get started. We're going to start with the most basic and common source, a book. This can be an academic book, a textbook, or a literary book. For a book source, you will need the name of the author or authors, the title of the book, the city of publication, though this is only needed if the book was published before the year 1900, the publisher is located in multiple countries, or the publisher is not from North America. You will also need the publisher name and the publication date, or the copyright date as it is commonly referred to. Now let's put that information together to create a book citation. Here is our template for a basic book citation. First, you have last name, comma, first name, period. In italics, you will have the title of the book followed by a period. No longer in italics, you will have the city of publication if you need to have it, comma, the name of the publisher, comma, and then the publication date with a period at the end. Here is an example using J.K. Rowling's Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. For J.K. Rowling's book, we have Rowling, comma, J.K., because she goes by J.K. instead of her first and middle name. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone is in italics, followed by a period. Since this book was originally published not in North America, we have London, which is the city it was originally published in, comma, Bloomsbury, which is the publisher, and then 1997, the year it was originally published. Now we're going to go over periodicals. First off, it's important to know what a periodical is. A periodical is a type of source that is published, get this, periodically. This could include a magazine article, newspaper article, or other periodically published works. For a periodical, you will need the name of the author or authors, once again, the title of the article, the title of periodical the article comes from, this would be the magazine or newspaper name, the publication date, and the page numbers. When writing a citation for a periodical, you're going to follow this template. You're going to have last name, comma, first name, period. Then you're going to have the title of the article in quotation marks, followed by the title of the periodical, so the newspaper or magazine name in italics, followed by the date it was published in the format of the numerical day, the month, and the numerical year, a comma, and then you're also going to have the pages. If this is an electronic article, you will not need to have the pages, and you can instead put the URL there. Here are our examples. First, we have the name of the author who wrote the article, followed by the name of the article in quotation marks. Washington Post was the name of the newspaper that published the article, so it is in italics. It was published on May 24th, 2007, and it was on page LZ01 of the print newspaper. The example 2 was from a magazine instead, and I did this so I could show you what you do when there's one page or multiple pages long articles. As you can see, in example 1, you just have P period and then the page number. However, if it's multiple pages long, you need to put PP period and then the page numbers. Otherwise, everything else remains the same. Now let's talk about how to cite an entire website. For an entire website, you will need the author or compiler if that is available. It is sometimes not available, and that is okay. You will also need the name of the website, the name of the institution or organization, also known as the sponsor or publisher. This will be usually found at the very bottom of the web page. The date of creation or copyright, this is also found at the bottom of the web page. The URL that you use to access it, and the date that you accessed it. This is important because websites, as we know, can change, and they often do change. By knowing when you accessed it, we know what version of the website you looked at, so it's not your fault if the website changes and no longer has the information that you are now writing in your paper. You will follow, when writing a citation for a website, this template. You will have last name, first name of the author or compiler, if available. If not, it will just start with the website name in italics, comma, followed by name of institution / organization, comma, date of creation / copyright, comma, and then the URL, followed by period. After that, you will write accessed on, and then you'll have the day, month, year of when you accessed it. Here's an example going back to J.K. Rowling. Since this website did not have an author or compiler listed for creating the website, we just forego that part entirely. So we start with, in italics, the name of the website, which is J.K. Rowling, comma, followed by J.K. Rowling as the organization or institution it came from. Then you will have the date of creation or copyright. This is found at the bottom of the website, comma, and then the URL. And then we have accessed, and then the day's date. Now, what if you're doing a specific page on a website? For a specific page, you're going to need the author, if known, the page title, the website name, the name of institution or organization, but you don't have to include it a second time if it's the same name as the website, the date of creation, the URL, and when you accessed it. You're going to follow this template very similar to the one before. Last name, first name, page title in quotation marks, website name in italics, followed by the name of institution or organization, then followed by date of creation and URL, and then accessed with the day's date that you got it. Here's an example from J.K. Rowling's website. J.K. Rowling's About page is titled J.K. Rowling at the top. So therefore, we have J.K. Rowling in quotation marks, followed by J.K. Rowling in italics because it is the website name. Because it's also the name of the institution or organization posting the website, we did not include it a third time on the citation. Then we include the date of creation or copyright, which is 2016, followed by the URL for the page and the access date. Finally, we have our last type of citation we're going to go over today, which is a scholarly journal. For a scholarly journal, you will need the authors, title of article, the title of journal the article comes from, the volume, issue, and year of that journal's publication, the URL if you accessed it online, and the page numbers within that journal that article is. To make a citation for a scholarly journal, you will follow the following template. Last name, first name, title of article in quotation marks, the title of the journal in italics, comma, volume, comma, issue, comma, year, and then the page numbers. Here's an example. Here we have the author's name right here, if you see the mouse. Then we have the quotation marks around the title of the article, which is a lengthy boy right there. Right here in italics, we have our journal name. Then we have VOL for volume, period, with the volume number, comma, number, period, with the number of what volume it is, comma, and then the year it was published, 1994. Since this article is multiple pages long, we have PP and the page numbers. And that's all we have for today's video. Thank you for joining me and learning about citations with me. I hope that this video has been helpful for you. Please note that there is a document linked in the description with the compare contrast worksheet, as well as a document with the templates for different kinds of MLA citations listed. I hope these become helpful for you in your writing endeavors. I hope you have a great day and keep learning.